I'm Mike Uyak. I love to try new things, and I've had culinary adventures all around the world, as well as right at home. I've had really wonderful food, as well as some really horrible food. I'd like to share some of my adventures with you, and we'll see if I have what it takes to fix whatever goes wrong. This is Recipe Redemption. Hello, and welcome to Recipe Redemption. I'm Mike Uyak, and you may be wondering about the bow tie. Well, bow ties are cool, but more to the point. I wanted to talk about Doctor Who for a moment. There are a number of dishes that they mention during the course of Doctor Who. Most of them pretty standard dishes. Um, I believe he supposedly invented the meringue pie, invented Yorkshire pudding, a bunch of other things. A plum pudding, I think he said he invented. I think he invented beer. But one of the more iconic dishes that appears in Doctor Who that is a little inexplicable came during the time of the 11th Doctor, the Matt Smith era. And it came about right pretty much from the beginning after he regenerated and needed a little extra something to get him over the hump and sort of even out whatever woo-woo thing it is that he does when he regenerates. And that is fish fingers and custard. This is actually pudding, but close enough. Basically, a thickened dairy product. Now, it seems kind of weird, but I had to try it first because it's his favorite thing. Oddly, it's not half bad. It's a little weird. You know, a sweet dairy confection flavored with vanilla with fish. Now the fish is not very fishy when it comes to fish fingers or fish sticks as we call them in the United States. They're not very fishy. They're usually the high-end fish sticks, if there are such a thing, are cod. Sometimes they're pollock, but firm, relatively mild flavored fishes. They're not very oily, they're not very strong flavored, so they don't really overpower the custard. As you can tell because I'm continuing to eat the stupid thing. Yeah, the sweetness and the vanilla overpower any fishiness that are in there, and so it's just this crunchy thing that you're dipping into it. It's a little weird, but it's not that bad. But it occurs to me it could be better. Because it occurs to me that they didn't actually say what kind of custard he used. Now, obviously, it was custard that young Amelia Pond had around the house. I think she was like 11 years old at the time in that episode. So she didn't cook anything for him except for, I guess, the fish sticks. She I don't know, stuck those in a toaster oven or something, like I did. But aside from that, she offers him yogurt and apple, all things that an 11-year-old girl could just pull out of the fridge. And I'm sure same thing with the custard. It was just it was either pre-made in the fridge or it was a little snack pack like this. Either way, it was pre-made. She didn't have to actually do any cooking. And so, more than likely, it's just a plain vanilla custard. But since they didn't mention what kind of custard he had, it could have been something else. So, what actually goes with fish? So we're going to start off with the zest and juice of one lemon, to which I'm adding an egg yolk. And
couple tablespoons worth of minced Thai basil, and a pinch of salt. Just going to stir these together to combine and set aside. Next to my saucier, I have about a quarter cup of sugar, to which I'm adding a pint of whipping cream. You could go lighter on this, but I figured, why the heck not? I want something kind of rich. Once this mixture reaches about 170 degrees, you don't want this to actually boil, but you do want it kind of warm. I'm going to take that egg mixture and temper it. Just going to stir some of that warm cream mixture into it, a little bit at a time, to bring it up to temperature so it doesn't scramble. Then add the egg mixture into the cream and stir to combine. I'm going to pour this mixture into some ramekins and place in the oven with a tray of water to help them bake slowly. And I'm going to bake them at about 320 for about half an hour.
And here it is. Lovely lemon basil custard. Since I tweaked the proportions a little bit, it doesn't set up quite like a custard does normally, which is fine because I'm looking for a dippable custard. So really more of a thick sauce. Something that will definitely coat my fish finger, my fish stick, much like tartar sauce. It's very herbal, very lemony. Still sweet. Very lemony. I like it. And actually, oddly enough, the fish flavor comes through more with this strong lemon flavor than it did with the, I think, equally strong vanilla flavor. The vanilla really covered it up. This actually, you can taste the fish through it. And it is sweet, so it's still not necessarily something you expect to taste with fish, but this serves as a perfectly serviceable sauce for fish. And particularly in Asian cuisines, Southeast Asia in particular, there are a number of sweet sauces that go with fish, fried fish. There's sweet and sour, sort of sweet and sour fried fish is a very popular thing in southern China. There are a number of sort of sweeter, usually white fish preparations, and like Thai cuisine too. So it's not entirely out of character to have fish and a sort of a sweet fruity flavor. I think I could probably tweak this a little bit more. It's a little too sweet for my taste. I'm just going to have it by itself here. But it's perfectly good as a dessert too. That is quite tasty. So, I think we've shown that although the doctor is a madman in a box, his discovery of fish fingers and custard is not necessarily completely out of the realm of sanity or good taste. The original regular vanilla custard with plain old frozen fish sticks really wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It was actually halfway tasty. But I think we've elevated a little bit here by making a custard that's actually tailored toward having with the fish. I really encourage you, whenever you see something like this on TV, in movies, in the popular media, where someone does something crazy with their food, try it. because that's how trends are set. That's how new things are discovered, is just by trying things and combining ingredients in a new way, or fusing cuisines together. And who knows, you may come up with something totally revolutionary, or at least good to eat. So by all means, say Geronimo, allons-y, or whatever catchphrase you prefer, and try out a new recipe today. So until next time, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm Mike Uyak, and I'll see you next time here on Recipe Redemption. Thanks for watching.